Hey everyone, Tom Cafarella here from Ocean City Development. And today we're going to be talking about how to find great contractors for your renovations and your rehabs. Before I talk about where to look and where to find great contractors, I want to talk about the mechanism in which we hire people. And the mistake that we made early on is that we tried to be the general contractor on each and every one of our projects. And the issue with managing all of the subs, the problem with managing electricians, plumbers, floor guys, is it takes away from what you do best as a real estate investor. As a real estate investor, you should be looking for three things every single day. You should be looking for money, you should be looking for deals, and you should be looking for good contractors. Those are really the three skill sets that you need to look for. Babysitting an individual contractor doesn't make sense, which is why on every project that we do now, we hire one general contractor so that we only have one point person. Now, there's a lot of benefits to having a general contractor on a job besides just having one point person. Having one point person is a huge benefit, but in addition to that, you're not worried about individual people. You're not worried about whether the electrician is going to show up. You're not worried about whether the plumber is going to show up. And at the end of the day, a good general contractor is not only going to make sure that those people show up, they're going to make sure that they get the job done on budget and on time. And if you're doing it yourself and you're out trying to find deals and you're out trying to raise capital and you're out trying to find good contractors, doing all those three things together and micromanaging a deal is very hard, and you're going to end up losing money. So I really, really highly recommend getting a general contractor on every single job that you do. So where do you look? Where do you find these great general contractors? Where do you find great contractors? At the end of the day, like any other position in business, like any other employee, there is a little bit of a trial and error process. So the contractors that you start with on day one may not be the contractors that you end up with in 6 months, a year, 2 years, etc. So you want to make sure when you do have good workers, when you do find them, that you pay them well and you make sure that you treat them right. So that's one of the keys once you do get a good contractor, is to treat them right, make sure they get paid fairly, and make sure you keep them, because great contractors that are willing to work for the right price, do good work on budget, on time, are not easy to find. So where do you find them anyways? If I want to start out new, where should I go? So one of the tips and tricks that we learned after doing this for a while is the very best people to talk to are the people that work at a Home Depot, are the people that work at a Lowe's. Now those people are going to be in contact with tons of contractors each and every day. And if you form a really good relationship with the employees that work at those companies, the managers that work at those companies, they're going to be your window into who's good as a contractor, who's bad as a contractor, who's been around, who beats somebody for money, who is really honest and reputable. And so those relationships are some of the best relationships that we get right now. Another area that you want to think about is other investors. So there's a lot of mom and pop investors that do 1 or 2 or 3 flips a year. 1 or 2 or 3 flips a year is not going to keep a general contractor busy. So if you're networking and you're going to meetups and real estate investing association meetings, and you see somebody who's doing 1 or 2 or 3 projects a year, the odds are they've got a really good general contractor that isn't busy. And they'd be happy to share that general contractor with you to keep that person busy throughout the year, right? So the other place that it makes sense to look, just as a starting point, is Craigslist. And Craigslist is totally hit or miss, and that's why a couple of minutes ago I talked about you've got to go through a little bit of trial and error with this. But you're going to find tons of people that are going to be ready, willing, and able to work. Some of the best guys that we've ever gotten have originated with Craigslist. And again, we've taken them through, and we take the good people, we give them small projects. So that's another key, is that anytime you're hiring a general contractor or a contractor, and just a contractor period, give them a small project to start with. Don't overwhelm them. Don't give them 5 or 10 or 15 projects to do on day one. Give them something small, right? And if they do something small the right way, if they do something small under budget and under time, then give them something a little bit bigger and work your way, and it becomes a snowballing effect. And again, the biggest key is once you do find those good people, make sure you pay them right and make sure you treat them well. So at the end of the day, it's a little bit of trial and error, a little bit of referral from people that work at Home Depot, people that work at Lowe's, other real estate investors. Real estate agents are another great source. But at the end of the day, the difference between having good contractors and not having good contractors will determine whether or not you stay in the fixing and flip business or you don't. For more tips and tricks on how to find good contractors or real estate investing in general, go to www.realestateinvestingiseasy.com. Put in your email and I'm going to send you a 40 to 50 minute training video. This is my very best training video on how to be a successful real estate investor in today's market. So again, go to www.realestateinvestingiseasy.com, put in your email, and I'll send you my very best training video. Thank you.